Hello everyone, so welcome again to our National Service Training Program 1 or NSTP 1 class. So I decided to create this video recording so that you can always go back to the instructions I have for you. Okay, so welcome to our class, and for today's agenda we have the following. So first one, the NSTP 1 reminders, specifically the different assignments and activities that you have to answer beginning from the first module down to the second. And of course, we'll also be discussing your task performance. Okay, so for the succeeding parts of this presentation or this video, you will be informed on what to do for your task performance. Okay, so as you already know, we have two modules good for prelim already. So the first one is the introduction to NSTP, which includes the NSTP law and the evolution of RA 9163. The activities under this module are the following: Best Class Ever, 01 Survey 1, and 01 Discussion 1. And then the second module is the environmental education, which includes the following topics: environmental concept and principles, environmental degradation, and the state of local and international environment. The activities under this module are the following: 02 Activity Sheet 1, 02 Discussion 1, which is a poster making activity, and 02 Task Performance. Deadline is to be announced since I haven't figured out yet uh, a specific schedule for the submission of the task performance. So again, I would like to remind everyone to be responsible in answering your activities. I know that there are activities here, okay, which have very flexible deadlines, but that does not mean that because late submissions are allowed, okay, isasubmit nyo na din ng late. Okay? Please do your best to beat the deadlines set. Okay, so let's go to your first activity under Module 2. So here are the guidelines for poster making activity. Working deadline, October 13, 2020. So I just put it there, the working deadline, so that you will be reminded that you have something to submit. Okay, so I want to be really considerate. That's why late submissions will still be allowed, but then again, try your best to submit before the deadline. Okay, so first one, you have the concept and the theme. Your poster's theme must revolve around the 7 environmental principles. You may focus on one principle or a combination of two or all. If you are done reading the contents of Module 2, you would find the 7 environmental principles in one of the handouts provided. So you can revisit the handout and read again the 7 environmental principles so that you will have an idea as to which principle are you going to select for your poster making activity. Second is the format. You may use any tools for your poster such as Canva, Photoshop, MS Word, MS PowerPoint, and etc. You may also use your traditional materials such as crayons, paints, and so on, and wait for the instructions on how to submit your output. But basically, all outputs will be submitted online. So probably I will ask for a digital image or a picture of your output for this particular activity. Next, we have the rubrics. First, craftsmanship. The poster is exceptionally attractive in terms of neatness, and it is also well constructed and not chaotic, and that is equivalent to 23 points. Next, we have creativity. Exceptionally creative and a lot of thought and effort are evident. This is equivalent to 22 points. Then we have originality, exceptional use of new ideas, equivalent to 10 points. Overall, you will receive 55 points for this poster making activity. So do your best so that you'll have better scores for this particular activity. And again, please be reminded of our working deadline. If you have questions on this particular activity, please feel free to ask me through our MS Teams or through our chat box, and I would be happy to answer your questions. Now, this is an example of a poster. Okay, so basically, the concept of this is about reduce, recycle, and reuse. Now, when it comes to poster, most of us think that usually a poster has no text, right? So for this particular activity, I'll give you the freedom to use texts for your poster. Okay, so make sure that somehow you follow the rubrics given to you so that you will be graded accordingly. Okay, and also make sure that part of the rubric is the originality. Okay, so make sure that you do not simply copy anything from the internet. Next is the task performance. A task performance, as you already know, is any learning activity or assessment that asks students to perform to demonstrate their knowledge, understanding, and proficiency. As basis for your task performance, let me discuss some few points, okay? The Ecological Solid Waste Management Act of 2000, or the Republic Act 9003, was approved in January 26, 2001 and came into effect on February 16, 2001. Ecological solid waste management under the law refers to the systematic administration of activities which provide for the segregation at source, segregated transportation, storage, transfer, processing, treatment, and disposal of solid waste management activities which do not harm the environment. And as we all know, our households are considered as well the source of waste. So it's very important that from the source itself, there must already be segregation. In addition, the law also requires the mandatory segregation of source of solid waste into containers labeled as first, biodegradable or compostable, second, recyclable, third, special waste, and fourth, the non-recyclable or residuals. So under biodegradable, examples are fruits and vegetable peelings, leftover foods, vegetable trims, seeds, leaves, flowers, and etc. Under recyclable, you have the following examples: newspaper, glass, aluminum, office paper, tin cans, and others. Under special waste, examples are paints, thinners, batteries, oil, tires, spray, canisters, and etc. Under non-recyclable or residuals, sanitary napkins, disposable diapers, and worn-out rugs. For your task performance, it will be a home-based activity. For your task, you must set up color-coded trash containers in your respective homes. You may use any kind of containers. If colored containers are not available, sacks o yung mga sako may be used as long as these are labeled. Okay? First, I don't want you to spend money on buying containers that are really colored. Okay? So if you don't have the money to buy uh, trash containers, no problem. So as an alternative, you can have sacks. These don't have to be colored, okay? But instead of coloring it, you have to label it according to the type of waste, okay? Now, You must also take pictures of your preparations, actual setup, and updates as the form of documentations. You'll be asked to write a short essay on this activity. Also, pictures will be used for future requirements. So this means that while you are preparing your task performance, please do take some pictures on the preparation, the actual setup, because we will use that specifically when the finals would come, okay? Because we will try to consolidate, okay, all of the activities from prelim, midterm, and pre-finals. So these are the Philippine color-coded trash containers. As per DENR Memorandum Order number 2001 to 11, the color-coded trash containers all have their specific uses. The use for each color-coded container is as follows. For the green one, you have the biodegradable. For the red one, you have the recyclables. For the blue one, you have the residuals. And for the black one, you have the special waste. Again, you don't have to buy new or you don't have to spend money on buying colored trash bins. Okay, so if you don't have those color-coded trash bins, what you can do is the alternative, which is Sacco, and just label it biodegradable, recyclable, residual, or special wastes. And also, I haven't set the deadline for this particular task performance, but hopefully, somehow you can start so that when I finally decided the date of the submission, you will not cram because you already have started preparing for this task performance. And so, NSTP students, thank you for joining our class today. If questions arise along the way, please feel free to post your questions to our chat box or to our team. Okay? Keep safe, everyone. Stay at home and save lives.